airship has the light on it now. But again,
Okay,
this pursuit started
we are back.
About 15 minutes ago, and we believe
Two
they were
stolen
both
vehicles.
stolen vehicles, and they've been on surface streets most of the time.
Do we know where these vehicles were stolen from? What area? Is it the same area that we're in right now?
How are there
No,
two?
it's definitely in the South LA area. I believe it was off of
Where's the other one?
54th Street, I think, and I'm trying to recall the street it's that we first heard it on. But in any event, it was heading north here, all the way up into downtown LA now, and there were two vehicles now, just one. Everybody bailed out of the white vehicle, and they're in this vehicle now. It looked like at least two out of the white vehicle jumped into this vehicle here, and it's unknown, other than the driver, if there's additional people in this vehicle. But again, stolen vehicle. Two have become one vehicle now, and we're in the downtown LA area.
Two have become one?
And Julian, and we'll see if LAPD are in the downtown LA area here. 8th and Julian, and we'll see if LAPD Central Division units get into this pursuit as well.
So we've got at least 3 people in that stolen Kia, Gil. I imagine it's easier for LAPD now that they're
Kia
pursuing
Soul.
just one vehicle. But talk about how, when this ends, how difficult it is to try and bring 3 people, at least 3 people, into custody.
Yeah, it can be very, very difficult. Certainly here in downtown LA, the buildings stay pretty much right over it the whole time.
They ditched the white one, and now they're just in this one?
Okay, you got us back. Yeah, so it becomes a difficult situation, especially here in the downtown LA area. A lot of places to run and hide, but also difficult.
This is a new one, Sean.
To keep track of the vehicle now. They have the unit behind it now, and that's a good sight. We'll continue to follow this vehicle up this street. This is Main Street as it continues towards the 101 freeway here, and we'll see if the LAPD can get a spike strip up ahead if it continues to be on Main Street here. But again, making his way quickly here. This is 4th Street. We have the 110 or the 101 freeway just up ahead, so we'll see if the driver tries to jump on the 101. Oh, he's going to make a left-hand turn here.
Staying in downtown LA and making
another Chase Bendo. Welcome back, Charles. Welcome back. Ghost, what's up?
That could also pose a lot of danger to the motoring public because sometimes
don't love to
if
see
you're
them
not
go in
familiar
this
with
area.
Downtown Los Angeles and not paying attention.
Don't want them in
you
this
could end
area.
up going,
I was
the wrong
just in this
direction
area
and into
the
oncoming
other
traffic,
day.
and so that's also one of the challenges of being in downtown Los Angeles. Not just the fact that you have these large buildings there, but also and places to hide, but also the fact that you could endanger other motorists that you might come into contact with head to head.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to run the
They just went
prediction.
into the tunnel there. I believe that was maybe 3rd Street tunnel, and we'll see them come out here on the other side. Hopefully the airship overhead, trying to keep track. There we go. We got him here. Let's catch up to it, Mike. And we're continuing westbound now. He's got the 110 freeway, and that's going to be the ramp there that and it looks like he's going to be going north on the 110 here. Yep, for sure. North 110 towards the 101. And we'll see what happens at that point. But now this might be a factor for the CHP to get involved.
Yeah, Gil, we anticipate that they'll probably pick up speeds now that they're on the freeway. Not a lot of traffic on a Monday night in downtown Los Angeles area.
Going to bed. All right,
Again,
Bendo.
at least 3 people inside what we believe is a stolen black Kia. I believe it's a Kia Soul. Is that right?
Gina, yeah, I heard that they had 2 cars and now they have 1.
Again, 110 northbound near Ventura. This is downtown Los Angeles. This pursuit started just about, what was it, about 20 minutes ago, Gil?
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
That's right, Sandra. About 20 minutes ago. And
Thank you.
It's pretty rare to see a 2-vehicle pursuit. In other words, they're chasing 2 stolen vehicles, staying together at the same time, and throughout the pursuit, they were staying together until we found them there, jumping out and running into this car and then taking off. So very rare to see 2 cars being chased instead of just 1. But here we are on the northbound 101 freeway from the 110. You see the CHP unit there on the side.
I feel
of
like
the
they
road.
had a pretty good chance if they split up,
so we'll
but
see if
no.
they jump in to take over from the LAPD. LAPD is going to have to request them to take it over. We'll see if that happens or not. But for now, the vehicle here traveling northbound on the 101 freeway towards the Hollywood area.
Yeah, making his way towards Hollywood again with at least 3 people. It looks like we may have 2 people that were in the second car that was also part of this pursuit a short time ago before they ditched it, get into the car, the driver and a passenger. There may have been 3 people that actually went into that car, so a total of maybe 4 or more. We don't know if there are other passengers that were in this car prior to that exchange. And
He's going pretty
so
quick.
This could be a fully loaded car with people, and why they keep on running, other than the fact that they stole this car is what we think. They've been notified that they are being chased, and the best thing to do would be to pull over. But this continues now from South LA all the way through downtown Los Angeles, through the surface streets there, and now here on the 101, making its way into Hollywood.
Yeah, that's right, Cher. I'm listening to the LAPD trying to figure out what their tactic is going to be on this pursuit now. They've gone into surveillance mode with the helicopter. The airship is tracking the vehicle now that it's on the 101 freeway, and we'll likely see the CHP take it over. Yeah, they are requesting that just now for the CHP to take over. So we'll see the CHP units pull in. I know they're close. They were past here, just past the 110 freeway.
If you're on YouTube, hit the like button.
There was a CHP unit there on the shoulder of the road waiting for the pursuit
It's
to
free
come
and
so
easy.
we'll see that CHP unit and probably a couple more engage this vehicle very soon.
So we imagine there's a lot going on inside that vehicle with
Charles, they always
4
are.
people at least inside
You're right.
there. As Gil mentioned, they were in 2 separate cars, both being pursued by the LAPD. They ditched one of the cars in downtown Los Angeles, jumped into this other car with a driver. At one point, looked like they were having some dialogue between the 2 cars. And now on the 101 northbound, approaching Hollywood, Western Avenue is the current location. And Gil, we've seen this amp up a little bit. They were a bit slower on the surface streets through downtown LA, although I think I saw them run a couple red lights, but now really picking up speed on the freeway.
Yeah, they sure did. The speed is high. It's 85 miles an hour that we're tracking it right now, and we're hearing that the CHP is trying to get into position to pick up this pursuit as it continues northbound on the 101 freeway. And we'll see, looking up ahead, though, the 101 has clear light to medium traffic on it on the northbound side, and so there's not going to be an issue with traffic. We'll see if the vehicle tries to get off in the Hollywood area or continue on the freeway. Right now,
thanks, Gear Kit. Yeah, I think that
speed's kind of slowed
I've
down
seen the same thing. The news stations chat is a mess. If you go to some of the other streamers who do this, it's a mess.
This is going to be Hollywood Boulevard, I believe.
Yeah,
as we come to the end, we'll see which way he goes, left or right. And he's going to go right into the intersection there. Red light, he's going to run the red light. And he's going to be westbound on Hollywood Boulevard. So we'll see if Harbor Division of LAPD picks
Yeah, Charles, I don't know.
He's going to turn right.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
He's going to be going southbound now.
Why was he in such a hurry?
From Hollywood Boulevard.
Just turned around.
He changed his mind. He's going to go back southbound. Traffic for the driver here is not going to be.
Sean, I really don't know.
An issue. The traffic might be a little bit heavier.
Big Merle, what's up? Yeah. And Jimmy Oppo, what's up?
You see him hitting the
JP Toast,
gas
how's
here
it going?
Up to 90, 100 miles an hour. Mike, we're going to have to make that turn and go. But he's going to be going southbound.
LAPD or CHP, so they're trying to get the CHP to pick it up right now.
And back on
I don't know what exactly is going
on. Look at those speeds. This is a very dangerous pursuit now on the 101 freeway going
Orby
southbound
bro, welcome.
now. We mentioned that this initially started
Chilling,
as
same,
a
yeah.
2-car
I just got a shower. I was going to go to bed.
2
but
stolen vehicles were
here I
being
am.
pursued by the LAPD out of South LA. Here is the video of when the white car and the black car that we're following currently decided to empty its passengers and driver. And
doesn't look like there's anything wrong with that one.
Car. So you see there 1, 2 passengers, possibly it looked like there's maybe 2 or 3. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, it happened so fast,
It happened so fast, right? That they switch cars.
Kia boys on the loose.
And you know that initial car, that white car, was in the lead and had some sparks on its back tires.
Oh, it did? Okay, maybe it was
at that point that they
disabled.
all had to get into this Kia Soul SUV and take off from there. But again, they're now making their way to downtown Los Angeles, back down in one big circle at this point. And you see there, is that CHP that's
like they just passed them,
about to light up?
Yeah, the CHP should pick it
Yeah,
up.
definitely LAPD and CHP on the freeways. There's an
there's a cop.
LAPD vehicle right there with his lights on. The CHP is starting to get engaged. I did see him pass a CHP vehicle just a little while ago. We'll see that, see if that unit gets in there directly behind it. But the airship still has the night sunlight on the vehicle. And we have the 101, the 4-level interchange coming up here in about a mile and a half or two as the vehicle continues to drive almost 90 miles an hour.
Wow.
And Gil, I think a lot of people would look at that and say, hey, he just passed 2 police cruisers. Why wouldn't they make an effort to try and stop him right there and do a pit maneuver on the freeway?
What are they going to do?
Yeah, the speeds are the problem with the pit maneuver. At these speeds,
This guy hanging out the window.
Too dangerous for the officers and for the
got his arm out the window or his head.
They're the people that are driving, the innocent drivers on the freeway. But they may have an opportunity to have a pit maneuver done if it exits the freeway. The CHP, they're experts at it, LAPD as well. But we'll see if they have the capability of doing that at some point, if it's able to exit the freeway, or if
Eliana's on this as well.
To a reasonable speed, but we do see.
But I think this one's pretty good right now. I'll stick with it.
One of the problems is right now, you see as I come out wide, the night sunlight's not directly on the vehicle, so it might be a difficult time for those officers to see the vehicle.
Oh, Big Merle, thank you.
But that airship still
clout acquired,
even though the night sunlight's not on the vehicle.
You know, so often we see these pursuits, and the suspect will black out his car and take off his headlights, and you won't be able to see. So dangerous for the motoring public that can't see him coming. You see that this person is coming at high speeds behind you, but are the officers behind him as well?
Oh, really, Charles? That makes
sense.
sense.
Able to hear that there's sirens blaring.
That makes a lot of sense.
They're also being alerted that there's a pursuit in their vicinity.
Absolutely. You're looking at the
Whimsical Cuss what check?
Staying on the 101 freeway from the 110. That's the
man. They put one next to my Twitch name now. Check it out.
The LAPD.
Boom. Eliana's over on NBC. She's on it.
About who's going to.
But I'm going to stick with this for now. Looks a little better.
Went into tracking mode a little while ago, so that's why you're not seeing the LAPD units getting directly behind it. They are at a distance, but close enough.
Can get into the partner party. Wow, wow, that's what I want. The drama.
On the freeway, the CHP will be the lead agency once LAPD has asked for it, and they've already asked for it. So we'll see if CHP. Well, actually, look at this. There's a CHP unit he's going to pass right now, but he's looking at this. He's going to go
Popular
slow.
CM. Oh, shout out to CM. Yo, that's huge.
You see the CHP there, not exactly knowing where the vehicle is. There is some communication.
I agree.
Slowdown there between the LAPD and the CHP, and now he's going to pass that CHP, and he doesn't know because the night sunlight's not on the vehicle. But look at this, he might have an idea because
he doesn't
he's
know.
To pick up speed. That is the CHP unit, and I'm hearing that officer talking now on the radio. He says he's behind the Kia. You should see the lights and sirens go on that vehicle in just a second here.
There's another one.
Second, looks like a CHP there on the transition road. He's going to be going down towards the 4-level. There
they go.
I'm sorry, towards the East LA interchange. There's the lights. He's going to be south 101 here towards the East LA interchange, and CHP has now officially taken over the chase.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Cher Calvin, and you are watching breaking news here on the KTLA 5 News at
Kenny,
11
what's up?
p.m. A stolen vehicle pursuit.
And I'm Sandra Mitchell. Thanks for joining us tonight. This originally started as 2 vehicles, LAPD in pursuit through the downtown Los Angeles area. Some of the occupants of that original
not a good enough driver for this. I mean, man, when you got some adrenaline in you, though, you're probably a lot better than you realize. Clear Joker, welcome.
In that dark color.
I think I might switch us now that they're doing this replay shit. I don't want replay.
Yeah, and if
I like
you're
Eliana. We'll switch over to her.
When those were the 2 cars that were being pursued, you see one person get out of the passenger seat.
Being pursued here by the California Highway Patrol right at the East LA interchange where the 101, the 60, and the 5 all come together. I believe they're sticking to the 101 freeway, but we'll see as soon as they complete.
Hey, Maxwell, welcome.
755.
Thanks, Charles. Yeah, so get the Eliana emotes in the chat.
Really high speeds and cut off a Metro bus at one point, so it's been a dangerous one, and he just made that transition onto the southbound 5 here through the Lorena exit in the Boyle Heights area. But as you were saying, it is highly unusual to have two vehicles in a pursuit, and for them to then
CHP just took it over. Okay.
One vehicle, not the smartest move if you're trying to
there
get
they
away,
are.
but that's exactly what they did. And he seems to be trying to exit here. This is going to be the Indiana exit.
That cop had to
off of
swerve
the,
pretty
5
big time.
freeway. It's going to be a sweeping turn here into a residential area. Let's
No.
see if they've decided this is where they're going to pull over or if it's where they're going to continue. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Continuing now on surface streets in East Los Angeles.
It's a Kia Soul, yeah. Seen a million chases with the Kia Soul. The prediction, yeah, the prediction. Good call.
Yeah, slowing down just a touch, but it's unclear to me if they were doing this just because they were trying to change directions on the 5 freeway and are looking for the on-ramp to get back on, or if perhaps this is an area that
Okay,
they're
30-minute
familiar
prediction
with,
up.
and they're just trying to get back home or to get back to a buddy's house or even a parking structure. We've seen that be a popular place for pursuits to come to an end. But continuing here on surface streets.
Are we getting into a
about
no-fly zone?
60 to 70 miles an hour here in East Los Angeles, with what is now 2 units of the California Highway Patrol in pursuit.
KTLA video is not really any better, but slightly better. Eliana feels like she's getting further away, and the ABC, KTLA, I mean, are closer to
yeah,
the
it appears
car.
they were stolen at the same time, which is why the LAPD was saying that these were fresh stolen. So they had just been inputted into the DOJ system, which is where stolen vehicles are reported.
This is a minor difference
again,
in the
this
quality.
was 2
but
cars, 2 Kia Souls, and we all know about the very popular social media trend about stealing Kias because they are an easy vehicle to
The
steal,
Kia boys.
unfortunately. So we've had a number of Kia Soul pursuits here in the last few months. Never one where there were 2 of these vehicles involved in the same pursuit, but that's exactly what we
I
have
remember
here
that
tonight.
one.
Again, it was a black one and a white one. The occupants of the white one got out of that vehicle and
Is he
got
stopping?
into this one. So everyone
He's
now
stopping.
inside of this one and merging now back onto
No,
the freeway. I believe
he's on
this
the
is going to
freeway.
be the 60.
Yeah,
Okay.
now heading, is this east on the 60?
there he is.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be eastbound 60
Eliana
in
seems
Boyle
like she's so
Heights, right
far
at the
away.
East LA interchange, the busiest interchange of the world. And that's exactly where we find ourselves here, right where the freeways come together. So they'll have a couple of options to get onto any other freeway if they so choose. But at this point, it appears that they are committed eastbound 60.
And Eliana, we're still looking at just 2 CHP cruisers in pursuit.
Yeah, so this is 2 cruisers in pursuit, but for a while they had no one
All right, I'm
behind them.
switching
They were
back.
driving.
It's just better. It might be a little bit behind from where we were.
Well,
Soul that
unfortunately,
we're
just lost
he's
Eliana's
been
signal.
Oh,
going
now we
around
have a
for
signal just
quite a
cut in.
bit,
Back
and
now.
all the freeways and going at very high speeds as well. And you know, this is a Kia Soul that we're overhead, that we're over right now, and you wonder about the pit maneuver too, with all those people inside, how that's going to play out. But now that we're back on surface streets,
It's going
it
viral
looks like
again?
he's exiting
Or
again.
transition.
Jeeps? Okay.
Yeah, let's see.
Onto
this
surface
is
streets.
going to be an exit. Yes, he's got to stop ahead. Let's see. I'm going to come out wide. We might see that pit maneuver. He's getting off at Whittier Boulevard here.
That
It's
would have been a
little
good
bit
spot
of
for
tricky,
it.
Off-ramp here. He's got left to right. Here comes the pit. Right there. Oh,
No,
you
missed
he
him.
missed
almost
him.
got him there.
Almost
Just
there.
missed him.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
Whittier, eastbound Whittier here. And, well, now we're entering into the sheriff's area. So we'll see if East LA Sheriff's assist in this.
That was close.
CHP backing away a little
Cop
bit.
drove up on the curb.
Yeah,
and
if
it's,
the
eastbound Whittier from Lorena. Go ahead.
Gil, if the driver did not anticipate a pit maneuver before, they
Strike
certainly
one,
know
yeah.
that it's coming now. You have to imagine that the people in the back seat, because again, we said there are 3 or 4 people at least in this vehicle. You have to imagine that they're looking out the back window and sort of giving a play-by-play of what's going on. So they know that pit maneuver was attempted.
It was, and basically that off-ramp is at like a T intersection, And it was a little tricky for that CHP officer to attempt that because he didn't actually have good eyes on what was coming his direction on the surface street there on Whittier.
Oh,
So,
Thomas, thank you.
there's
Yeah.
a reason why it wasn't,
Anybody who ordered
it
the stickers that
wasn't
it got the
successful.
stickers should
And that's
have
part
them
of the
by
reason.
now, I think.
Yeah, I mean, when you saw him making that turn, it
close.
was
Unless
so
you're, like, from a
close,
different
and that-
country.
if he was able to make it, I was going to say, wow, that's a lot of luck.
So this
because it
car
looked
got
like,
stolen
it was
along
a
with
pretty
another
hard turn
car,
there,
and the
so
two
nonetheless,
cars were
A
running
for
from the
effort.
police together, and
You know,
then
that's
one of them they
those,
stopped and
maneuvers
pulled
that you
over,
say,
and
you know
both
what, he
people
almost
got
it,
into this
but,
car. So
there'll
now
be another chance, hopefully coming up here soon.
It's,
but they're going so fast on these surface streets right now.
just
Right
this
turn,
one
right
vehicle
turn.
with three,
Yeah, for sure.
possibly
He's,
more
slowed down
people
there
in
to
it.
make a right turn. The CHP is backed off of this pursuit now. We're hearing them backing off, and now we're in the sheriff's jurisdiction. We saw the vehicle pass two vehicles. It's 3 o'clock, Mike. That's at your right. And the sheriffs now, I'm listening to the sheriffs to see if they get involved. The airship, though, still in tracking mode. You see the night sunlight there. And he's going to make a right-hand turn. It looks like a freeway.
Going back on the
here.
freeway.
Look at this. Look who's waiting for him. CHP right there. And now he's going to pick it
They
up.
were
and
waiting
they're
for
gonna
him
get
there.
back
How'd they
in the
know?
mix.
Boy, it seems like there are a lot of black and whites out on the streets, and they are kind of anticipating what this guy might do. Maybe we will see a spike strip at some point.
Yeah, and if it gets off the freeway and stays in the area, that's the best opportunity for law enforcement to get a spike strip in place. On a freeway like this, very difficult, many lanes, a lot of traffic. They probably won't attempt it on the freeway, but maybe on an off-ramp if this driver decides to exit at a certain exit.
I think you had them too and might have thrown it out. Okay, yeah.
In that pattern that
Check
they
it
would
out.
drive. But so far, this driver has been all over the place, on freeways, on surface streets, and in different areas. So,
Don't think we count that pit
it's
for
very
bingo?
difficult for
Oh,
those
I
units
didn't
to
even
get
think
a
about it,
spike strip in
but
place
yeah,
with the driver.
probably
We do
not.
see the night sun. And
Probably
so
not.
We know that earlier we had the LAPD airship overhead. Is this switched now over to the CHP as well, or are we still using LAPD?
It's still California Highway Patrol that's in pursuit, and because the driver turned back on the freeway, and lo and behold, the CHP was right there, just jumped on him and asked permission to re-engage, and they did. It looks like he's going to be taking the 10 west, Mike, and he's gonna
County's
go under the
dropping
bridges
out.
here,
Were they in it?
And we're going to continue here just south of downtown LA.
The sheriff?
But this will make it tricky, though, if the driver tries to get off on surface streets in downtown LA. We'll be back in that situation. And in fact, we're going to go right by where this vehicle abandoned, or the white vehicle was abandoned, and they all jumped into this black Kia. So
Dave
we'll see
said
if he
today
tries
he
to get off in
hasn't
the same
gotten a
area. We
sticker.
might be passing that broken down car.
Damn.
Yeah, we're looking at 90 miles per hour right now.
Slide right.
You know, we've got CHP in pursuit. We have the night sun as well.
Maybe he'll
trying
still
to
get it
make sure
in
that,
the coming days. I don't
CHP
know.
knows exactly, you know,
If
where
he
they
filled
are
out
and
the
that
form,
there
I
they
think
are.
most
We
people
can
have
see
gotten
it, that the
Send them all the
drivers
same
of
day.
This car know that they're being
Like,
watched
I
overhead
don't know,
as well,
a week
not
ago.
just on the ground. But yeah, we've got this pursuit that's been going on now for about 40 minutes. And
Going
they are
closer to
not giving
LAX,
up
that's
with
not
these high
great.
speeds on the freeway, even on the surface streets.
Yeah, Gil, you weren't kidding when they said, when you said this driver's been all over the place. Again, this pursuit started in the Southwest Division area,
Going over
Southwest
100
Los
now.
Angeles, onto the 110, the 101, northbound, and then southbound, then northbound again. Then got on the 10 freeway, the 101, the 5, the 60, and the 10. He's hit just about every freeway in the downtown and Hollywood area, all the way from South Los Angeles. And as we said, this started originally with LAPD in pursuit of 2 stolen vehicles. They ditched one of the cars. Everybody now in this vehicle. And you can bet that LAPD is probably on the scene of that white vehicle, going over that for some clues as to who they might be pursuing, because that's one of the things they'll be looking into, Gil, as they try and figure out how to get these people out of that car, is who exactly they're pursuing. It's a little more difficult when they're in a stolen car.
Yeah, Shinji, we're back.
Yeah, absolutely.
About
Sandra, and
25
Sherry,
minutes
you're,
almost into
listening to
this
the CHP
next
talking
chase
about,
here.
The occupants, just as you were speaking about that, 2 in the back seat, possibly 2 in the front seat, so as many as 4 in the vehicle, but two that we saw jump out of the white vehicle and jump into the rear of this vehicle. So and that was in the downtown LA area, which is where we're at right now. On the 10 westbound, he's going to transition last minute. Tried that trick there with the gore point. It looks like he's going to be back on the 110 freeway. He's going to go, let's see, north or south here. We'll know that in just a second. It looks like he might be going south here, and yeah, it looks like he's set up for either south or continue on the 10.
Yeah, it looks like
It
he
is
wants to go back
southbound
downtown.
110 that he's going to be going.
Yeah, was he doing the 110 south?
She's going around like in
The
circle,
110
basically.
south, yeah, from the 10. So here's the transition.
You got him,
road.
awesome, Gina.
Got a little bit of traffic there. A vehicle not knowing what's going on behind him, and he's going to go south here on the 101 freeway. I'm sorry, the 110 freeway, and we'll continue there. But you can see the
Ooh.
2 units that are in trail, 3 units, and the CHP or the airship that is LAPD airship overhead.
There really have been a lot of close calls in this pursuit. You just saw one there getting a little bit too close to one of those cars making that turn.
Supposed to put
You
them
know,
on
at these
pedestrian
high
bridges,
speeds,
yeah.
during
Do
those
whatever,
curves.
yeah,
I mean, it's
exactly.
so dangerous. And
There's the phone.
earlier in this pursuit, let's take up
Filling
pull
up the bingo
video.
card here.
He tried to cross in front of a bus and nearly.
Are really
nearly
replaying him
collided. So
turning in
this was
front
him
of a
coming off
bus.
the freeway.
Right side of
In
the freeway,
Hollywood
right
on the
side.
101, and then made a quick turn to go back onto the freeway
So
on the
close.
101 South, and right there you could see him just so close to.
Please
hitting
stop
that
with the replay.
truck,
Okay,
that
thanks.
Truck, actually, sorry, the bus hitting that car.
This- I don't know why
some
Eliana
really
seems like she's
dangerous
just a
moments
million
here,
miles away
not
still.
just on the freeway at these
Like,
high
they look
speeds,
like
but
they're
also
so
on
far
surface
away.
streets and trying to get onto the
Pulling
freeway.
on your wallet, nice.
Thank goodness that bus driver was paying
Hey.
attention, right, and was able to hit the brakes.
Beer,
on that
what's
because
up?
It was really close.
Beer on
Gil,
Ice
the
Music City,
original
welcome.
want on this is
Hey, if
simply
anybody's
a
not
stolen vehicle.
following,
we don't know why they all
follow.
decided to.
I need like
flee
3 more
law
follows or something.
enforcement,
I hit like
but no indication that they're linked to
2,300
any other
followers.
crime or any
So-
weapons involved, right?
It's got to be 3 people here
Not that we
watching who
know
are
of.
following.
It was rare to see the two vehicles staying together in the chase. The entire time in the South LA area, coming up Broadway northbound, they stayed together. At times they stopped. It looks like he's going to be exiting here at Vernon, and so if we can continue, Mike, forward just a little bit more. He's exiting the freeway here. But yeah, it was very strange to see 2 vehicles
Another
being chased
soul.
and staying together. Normally, if there's 2 cars being
This is a
chased,
good
they
one,
will
yeah.
scatter in different directions, making it harder for the LAPD to follow it. He's making a right-hand turn.
That
away from
last
the
one
freeway
was pretty
towards
good. Didn't
Figueroa.
last that long,
He's
but it
at
was
a high
pretty
rate of
good.
speed, and he's going to continue through that intersection westbound on Vernon.
Yeah, this is a mix of residential and
Air Prince, what's up?
businesses, and it looks like there's actually a lot of
Go, 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 go.
activity at this hour. And look at the speeds, almost 90 miles per hour, trying to outrun the CHP and things that are dropping. It looks like debris that they went over. Was a truck that was something
think
that
I'm
came
gonna
out of the
s-
car.
okay, I
Nonetheless,
think we're gonna be
making
good
a
here.
very sharp left turn here. It is just. It just, your heart is
Doing all
pounding
this with the
watching
Kias.
an
Yo, thank you for
intersections with,
following.
complete disregard for
Need 2 more.
anybody that could be walking across the street. And, these are when these accidents happen.
Ah,
and so
shit.
now
This is
going
bad
into
angle.
looks like an alleyway
This is a bad
of
angle.
a residential neighborhood.
Ah,
and,
shit.
let's see what happens.
They
here.
stopped.
looks
They
like
got
somebody's
out.
running.
Yeah.
They're
Rolling
out.
out.
That's
Over the
one.
fence.
Yeah,
one.
the,
That's 2. That's 3. Oh, no.
There's a third one.
3. All right. They look like kids.
And they're down an alleyway off of Vermont and 48th.
They look very
They
young.
found a good spot to turn right and abandon the vehicle. Now they're running through the alleyway. And unfortunately, we can't get over there any closer. We're going to try to get over there a little closer, but they're all running now westbound in an alleyway as well. I got the what I believe is the driver of the vehicle that is in that alleyway, and we're losing sight of him. But Airship has the night sunlight. They're directly over it.
It has to
So
be the
And,
vehicle that
we'll
appears the most
continue
shingy.
to-
I think you're right. Kia Soul
Yeah,
all
law
the damn
enforcement
time.
will now set up a perimeter and try to close in on them. Of course, it makes it more difficult with 3 people. If you're in this area and you happen to be
Forward,
watching
Mike, a
us
little
tonight on KTLA 5, of course, don't go outside. We don't know what these
Don't
suspects
go
are up to.
outside.
We know that they are trying to evade police. So stay inside, doors locked, windows locked. And of course, if you hear something, you see something, yeah, this is a good time to call 911 and let them know that the suspects are in your area.
Yeah, some really good advice. And, you know, we always talk about people
There
ask
they
us,
are.
why do we do these
All
things?
three
You know,
of them.
But this is why, because we don't know what is going to happen in your neighborhood, and we want you to be aware of what's going on when you hear those,
Yeah, they do this to
airships
let the people in the
overhead and you hear
neighborhoods
the
know.
police sirens, and you're wondering what is
Okay.
happening. Well, you see these three.
Oh,
They
nice.
look like kids to me, but
is he gonna jump
They're
on that
very
roof?
agile.
yeah. You see
No
these
way.
three suspects that were in that black Kia that have been on the run from police since about 10:30 in South LA,
on
now
a-
ending up
On
here.
the fence.
Get on the
Yeah,
roof.
trying
Going
to-
onto a roof?
No
my, yeah,
way.
just
Oh, this is
what they
so
can.
dangerous. Their adrenaline is flowing. It's dangerous for them.
This guy's having
It's
trouble jumping
dangerous
up
for the
there, though. He's
officers
unable
who
to
are
do
in
it.
Pursuit.
The other guy's like,
Right. You know, they like you
they
said,
have no
Sandy,
clue what's going on. Yeah.
They think that they're going to run away, but the reality is
This
that
guy
a
can't get
perimeter
up
is now
on the
being set up in this
fence.
area to close in on them. And although that takes some time to kind of get from one end to the other and into that closer quarters of kind of
Where'd he
cornering
go?
them,
Did he jump off the
you know,
roof?
it does happen, and time is on the hands of those officers. And there's one thing for sure is that these three, if not
This guy's
four,
just-
will end up in jail tonight and have a long, long list of felony charges
Dude.
that will be brought up against them.
I can't help but think they certainly didn't plan on this. One of them's wearing bright red, one purple. It looks like one's in green. They're pretty easy to spot, and it looks
He
like
gave
so far
up.
they
Yeah,
have
he
not
just
made
gave
any
up trying to
attempt to
climb up
shed
there.
those bright-colored clothes that they're wearing.
These guys are jackasses
Also,
for
I
real.
think a lot of people have.
There's the
have
cops.
Dogs and guard dogs. You see LAPD, it looks like right there waiting for them, but a lot of people will hear
They're,
a noise
like, behind
and
a
they'll let their
fence?
dog out, so that's something else to be concerned about.
Gil, what are you hearing on the scanners?
Well, they do have that perimeter set up. They have two officers here with their guns drawn. Unfortunately, there's a fence that blocks off that alleyway.
You
but
keep
they have
typing
guns
wait
drawn
dot
on
one,
that,
and it's
one
it's like
suspect that wasn't
it's like
able to
thinking
jump
it's
the fence. Oh,
a
look at that. He's
a
moving towards
URL.
the officers.
Streetwalker,
now backing
what's up? So
towards
these
the
guys stole
officers.
two cars.
That
The red
suspect
guy's
was
getting
not
caught.
able to jump that
Couldn't
fence.
climb the
fence was pretty
fence.
high there. Wasn't able to,
These guys stole
pull
two
themselves
cars.
up and over.
They eventually
Oh, this is
consolidated
Now
down
they
to
have
one
that person in
and went on a
custody
pretty
right there, right
Wow.
through the fence.
pretty
Looks
long
like they're gonna
chase.
attach the handcuff to the
Yeah,
fence
this
right now until they
the
get
prediction
other
is a
two,
no.
You know, and figure out how they get
They weren't driving for 30.
him onto the other side and put him in the back of that squad car. But we've got two officers, like you mentioned here, making an arrest right now of one of the three suspects that we saw get out of the car.
Are they arresting him?
Possibly
He's still
a
on the other
fourth
side of
one
the
that may
freaking fence?
Have gone a different direction than the other three. So, you know, again, like you said, there is a perimeter set up, and it's only a matter of time.
Brennan,
before
what's
they,
up? Yeah.
catch all of the suspects involved in this
Their freedom's over with.
stolen vehicle pursuit that started off in
All right, we
South
got
LA
two
with
follows.
two
All right,
cars
all right.
that were
Right now, I have
being pursued,
2,299
and then one
followers.
was
If I could
ditched
just get one
shortly
more before we
after.
get out of here,
It
that would be
seemed to
kind of
have been
cool.
disabled by some kind of debris or spark, and
add more
the
salt. Yeah, it was a good
passengers from
chase.
That white car got into
It was
the
a good
black
one.
Kia Soul. That Kia Soul with 3 to 4 passengers in it. You know, the passengers that transferred into the other car, you know, went on a wild pursuit all around town, and really making a gigantic loop on the freeway from downtown Los Angeles all the way up to Hollywood, back down to downtown Los Angeles, hitting the 5 freeway, the 110 freeway, the 101. And surface streets as well.
It's like
and
NBC
it was
went
in this
offline.
alley here off of Vermont that they decided to get out of the car and foot bail, and now one of those suspects is in custody.
They're showing the chase from earlier.
Gil, what does the law enforcement response look like? Do we just have these
They
few
got this guy
officers,
cuffed
have
or
they
like
moved in
stuck
on the
through
other
a
side of that
fence.
as
They
well?
gotta get him out of there, man.
Well, they quickly made a perimeter here around this area. Kansas.
This is
and 50th,
ridiculous.
Kansas and 49th.
Where are the other two guys?
Vermont and 50th and Kansas. and 49th. You're seeing some of the units here just further south that have set up that perimeter. Now, we haven't seen the one suspect that got on the roof here make its way that direction. So we're hearing
These
that
guys might be going to juvenile
I'm
jail.
hearing
like
right
they're
now that
kids.
the
It looks
one
like.
they
I
have in
don't know.
custody here is a female.
That's a female.
So they have a female here and
The
two
girl
other
couldn't climb the
suspects
fence.
that are outstanding. So the female in custody in the red hoodie, and now two still outstanding as the LAPD search the area of the airship directly overhead. You can see one unit pulling up to set up.
Yeah, it
more
would
of that
suck to live in
perimeter
one of
here.
these
This is
houses.
on,
It really
50th
would.
Street. But
Really
again,
would.
the LAPD making quick work of setting up that perimeter once they bailed out.
All right, Gil is going to keep an eye on this for us. Again, one suspect is in custody, a female, and two are still outstanding. A perimeter has been set up in the area of Kansas and 50th, Vermont and 50th.
Yeah,
And
he
so
let
if
his
you are in
girlfriend
this
take the
area,
fall.
Please be advised to keep your windows,
Seriously.
your doors closed, stay indoors, and stay tuned here to KTLA and KTLA.com for the very latest on the situation here. Gil Levis and Sky 5, thank you.
Thanks, Gil. All right, our other big story tonight, it is this pair
Well-
of storms heading our way, bringing rain, snow.
I think we're screwed. I think we're screwed. I'll keep looking, but I think we're probably screwed here. Looks like it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. Yeah, don't time him out. He's good. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a good rest of your night. I'm not going live again. This is it. That's it. Okay. Thank you.